Hi, how are you?
Oh, hanging in there, hanging in there.
Welcome. Thank you again for coming on Sweet Tea. I really appreciate it. I've heard nothing but good things about you.
Well, thank you for the invite.
Absolutely. I was just going over just some house rules again, guys. This is Trey's story. It is completely his story and how he wants to tell it. Like I said, you're more than welcome to be in here and listen, comment with each other. You're just not welcome to be disrespectful. Any disrespectful comments will be taken out and you'll be blocked and you won't be coming back. So, everybody, this is Trey. If you miss this story, I have to step away at any point in time. It will be on my YouTube, Sweet Tea with Danny. Are you
Yeah,
are you ready?
I'm gonna try. We already talked about I suck at talking. You know
I,
this.
I know we gonna get through this together though. It's okay.
Idea.
All right.
Yeah.
So Trey, let's start off with tell me a little bit about your life growing up. Start from the beginning.
Start me. Well, I was born on a cold. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I don't know if it was cold or not, but I also suffer from 9 concussions, so my memory is not so good. So we're gonna try this.
Yeah, we'll get
Uh,
through it.
so I'm gonna start with my whole transition thing first.
Okay.
So when I was 4, it was the first time, when you walk in the bathroom and you see your mom,
Yes.
naked, right? I looked at her boobs and I said, I don't want those. And she told me I was going to grow up and have them. And I cried. I
Oh.
cried. I legit cried when I was 4 years old crying because I didn't want them. So that was me growing up. My parents are together.
Mhm.
Very few in my school my parents were still together. So I was kind of an oddball out in that category.
You're froze.
I'm froze.
Nope. There you go.
Okay. Um, I went to Owego. I don't know if you know where any of that is, Owego, New York.
Nope.
Yeah, it's a little country bumpkin town. Everyone
Yep.
drove tractors to school except for me. I did not drive a tractor. I don't know how to drive a tractor. Uh, I was picked on at school a lot
Mm.
because I was different. But I also, when back then, I grew up and I was that Hollister chick, with the bleach blonde hair, tight ass clothes. Yeah,
Yeah.
I tried to
With
be
the
one of those
cami
girls.
underneath.
No, I did not have the cami. I just
Oh,
had
you
the
did
tight shirt,
later.
just,
Okay.
just tight shirt. But so I got picked on a lot. And
Mm.
then it turned out that I became like the bully of the bullies, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I was the captain bully. People would come to me with their problems and everything, and I'd go and confront these people, and then they would just kind of shit themselves.
Nice.
And
So, oh, sorry. I just kicked my own ring light. So you grew up
I
in a
did that a
small
lot.
you grew up in a small town. Mom and dad still together.
I have an
So
older brother.
you had an older brother.
I do. He's 4 years older than me.
Nice. So you had so he go to the same school as you did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you
When
always
he
get
graduated,
the
I entered.
so you always got the like? Did you ever get the oh you're so and so's like that's your brother? That's your brother. Always got compared.
Yeah, very
Aw,
much so. Very much so.
small town.
Oh yeah. Same with my parents. My parents were always my brother was the golden child. I was not.
Mm-hmm.
I was always the rebel, and anything my brother got, I had to wait until I was that age to get it. Like a cell phone, he didn't get his cell
Oh,
phone until he was 16, so I had to wait until I was 16.
damn.
I had to wait whenever he got his license. I had to wait until whatever age he got his license to get mine.
So he was the rule setter and you were the rule breaker.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty much. And we didn't get along either. We did not get along at
Oh,
all.
okay.
He used to beat the crap out of me all the way up until I was 20,
Oh, that sucks.
and my parents would just let it go.
Damn.
But my dad also worked overnight, so he never was really home.
Was that hard?
It was. I'm more of a daddy's boy.
Yeah.
I've always been a daddy's boy. Me and my mom never have seen eye to eye.
Mm.
And we still don't. We still really don't, but it gets a little bit, it gets better.
Yeah. Did your so like growing up through high school, your mom wasn't really supportive?
Not really.
Yeah, that
I
sucks.
was I was always terrified. I always had bad anxiety, so I'd always think like if I went and played a sport and I'd come home, my parents would be gone. That was always like my fear.
Oh shit.
So then my mom would tell me I was basically worthless
Oh god.
because I was very athletic, but I wouldn't go out and do that stuff because I had too much anxiety to do it.
Right.
until like I think it was my freshman year. I finally went out for the basketball team, and I made it onto varsity my freshman year.
Oh, that's dope.
And then she was proud. Then she was proud.
Damn. Did you stick with basketball?
I did until my senior year. I had an accident in a game. My coach told me to take a charge, and this girl, I'm not gonna lie, this girl was so big that she didn't fit in a basketball jersey. She fit in a football jersey. All right,
Oh.
and I was a tiny little thing, and my coach goes take a charge. So I stood there like this. She ended up slicing my hand open,
Oh
broke my
shit.
collarbone, and severed my ligament in my ankle
Holy, from one charge.
from one charge.
Did she come at you like the fucking Kool-Aid man?
I don't know. I kind of felt like that. It felt like a brick
Jesus.
wall. It really did.
Holy crap.
And it
So,
kind of ended my basketball career at that point.
basketball was
And
that
I,
for you then?
yeah, I had a scholarship and everything to a college,
Oh shit. Mm.
but
I'm sorry.
that's
That
fine.
sucks.
I ended up going to the college I wanted to go to anyways. I
Good.
went to
What college did you go to?
Cuca College. It's one of the Finger Lakes.
The Finger
Yeah,
Lakes? Is that like in New York
yeah,
or
it's in New York.
because like when you said Finger Lakes, I'm thinking like the Michigan with like the little mitten. I don't know
Listen,
why.
they kind of look like that. They're like little fingers.
Yeah.
It looks like
Little
that.
fingers.
I went there for a year, and my grandpa was my co-signer, and he passed away while I was in college. And
Oh,
they took me out of college. They kicked me out of college because I didn't have a co-signer anymore.
yeah.
So
Damn.
then I went to a community college, and I was already upset. So I decided to cut class and get ass instead.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But that's when I came out to liking girls is when I went to college.
Oh, I was about
That's
to
when I
ask
finally
you,
came home and told my mom.
how'd your mom take that?
And that's so good. That's so good. I said, Mom, this is my girlfriend. She goes, Oh yeah, you're friends. Nope, not that kind of girlfriend.
Oh wow.
Nope. But my dad was fine with it. He thought it was pretty cool, so I'd bring home hot chicks. So he was fine with
Dad was
it.
on board, mom not so much.
Yeah, no. Especially when I cut my hair off. Yeah, that was the line.
Did you
She didn't
know
like
in did you know in high school or was it
uh,
kind of like you didn't get that awakening until college?
senior year, senior trip. Me and my friends, we went to this like Titanic Falls for our
Mhm.
senior trip, and New York thing, and we all went up in the woods where there's no teachers watching us. We played Truth or Dare, and everyone just decided to pick on Truman, telling Truman to kiss this girl, this girl, this girl, this girl, this girl. It kind of came out then.
Did
But
you
I
did
got a
they
reputation of the best kisser, so
oh,
that works in my favor.
oh yeah. Do you think maybe your teammates knew and you didn't know yet or
I don't think they did at all.
oh it was just kiss Truman, all
Yeah,
right.
no, because my whole family, like my dad's parents, they're very Catholic,
Yeah.
so I was terrified to come out to them.
Wow.
But my grandma, I told her, and she's like, I already knew. I was just waiting for you to say something. Well, you could have told me earlier.
Did it strain your relationship even more with your mom when you came out?
It definitely did.
Yeah.
We stopped talking for a while.
Oh wow.
My
Is
dad gave me money to go check out cashier number 4, so that worked out in my favor.
is your mom more on board now if you don't mind?
She's getting there.
Yeah.
She came to when I did my name change. She came to the courthouse and everything with me.
Oh,
But the
that's
court,
good.
listen, the name change courthouse that pissed me off. All right, I took a day off of work for the judge to say my name, and I stood up and he goes, "You're good." You couldn't just write me a letter telling me I'm good.
Right.
I had to stand through everybody because my last name is T, so it started
Yeah.
alphabetical order. You made me stand there the whole time just for you to tell me I'm good. Really?
You're good. You can go home.
I'm
Damn.
spec. I'm all dressed up. I'm excited. No, you're good. Thanks, buddy. Thanks.
Did you do like a celebration or anything like that after you got the name change?
Bobby took me out for dinner.
You and Bobby been together, you told me 12 years, right?
Yes,
Oh, that's awesome.
we are not officially married,
Eh, it's
but
paper.
I just asked her to marry me at our last prom that we had, the adult prom that I had. Oh, really asked her to marry me. And
Well,
Jay and Nicole is the one who helped me out with that. I had to hide everything, so I had to find somebody to help me out with it.
congratulations. Well, congratulations. That's amazing. 12 years. And then I know when we talked on the phone, you said that she was there before the transition and before you started your transition. She's been through. Made your relationship stronger by going through the journey together.
Oh, it definitely has. Because
Yeah.
I can't give myself a shot. I'm too scared. I'm too scared. She's a nurse, so I trust her. I trust her with everything.
When did you realize that, you were Trey?
Uh, back then we didn't like around here. No one really knew about transgender or any of that kind of stuff. But I had a one friend. Her name was Leah, but then transitioned to Liam, and he started it all for me. And I was like, oh, that's what it is. That's what it is. So I started when I was 25,
Yeah.
and and he helped me out with everything that I had to go through. Linked me up with a person to go to, and ever since there, that was the best decision I ever had in my life.
How'd your mom take? Because I know we talked about you coming out. Your mom didn't take that well. How'd your mom take that part?
Yeah, looked me in my eye and told me I killed her daughter.
I'm sorry.
Yep. And we didn't talk for a long time, like probably like a year or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was fine. It was fine. We're getting there. And then after she got over that hump, she went to one of my appointments with me, and she I had to grab every pamphlet, every sticker, every magnet, everything.
Do you think she's trying now to like maybe with like the place that she was coming from was because she didn't know anything about it, so now she's trying to educate herself more?
That's what I think it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely do.
Yeah.
But
What
she,
about your dad? How'd your dad take it?
oh, my dad already knew.
your
I
dad was your dad just
growing
seems
up,
like the
all I
laid
did was
back,
boy
like
stuff. That's all I did. I
your
never
dad just
played with.
seems like the laid back, cool type that he's like, oh, whatever makes you
Oh, he's a
happy.
redneck. He's a
Oh.
redneck. It's through and through, 100% redneck.
Was your dad the one that was like sitting on the couch half asleep and like you do like, a little runway show with your school clothes and like that looks nice, that's real nice.
Pretty much. Pretty much. When I started doing drag shows, I had to do a show one night, and I had to tape. I used duct tape back then, so he would actually sit there and help me duct tape before I
Oh.
go to a show.
And your dad, like he's just a small town redneck guy.
Yep.
That's awesome. But
He
that's
goes
awesome
squirrel.
though.
He does squirrel derbies,
What
hunting,
about your
fishing.
what about your brother? Because I know you said you and your brother didn't have a close relationship.
He really didn't mind it at all. In all honesty, he already basically told me I was his brother because back then we did stuff together too. Like there was good times,
Yeah.
and then there's bad times, but the good times he was always there for me. If anybody ever picked on me, he took care of them. He
Nice.
shoved a kid in the locker because the kid picked on me, and the kid
Good.
missed his baseball tryouts.
I want to like circle back to that what you're talking about. You said like high school was rough for you, and then you became the bully of the bullies. What when you were in high school, what were you really bullied about?
'Cause I used to cut my hair short,
Mm,
and I never hung out with the popular crowd, but I
yeah,
knew everybody,
yeah.
and everybody knew me, and they would just pick on me for everything, no matter what I did.
Wow,
So then finally, one day I had enough, and I just started going back at them,
good.
stick up for myself.
Hell
No one
yeah.
else is going to, and I just
Usually,
kind of brought that all the way up to my adult life.
usually when you stand up to a bully, they back down really quick. They don't like people that'll stand up to them.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
They really don't. That's my favorite part. I'm like, what you say? Oh, nothing. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
When you
That's
got
what I
out of
thought you said.
when you got out of your small town and out of high school and you went to college, like it was like a kind of was it like a bigger college, fresher start, like nobody really knows you kind of thing?
The roommates I got stuck with at first, we didn't get along at all. They kicked me out of the dorm room. They got me out. They got me kicked out of the dorm room.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because they didn't like me dating chicks. So,
Oh wow.
but I made a friend. I made a friend. Her name was, we called her Ninja, and we met at swimming class because she couldn't swim. So I had to help her out so she would pass the swimming test, and then I just moved in with her, and we just partied from there.
Did you experience a lot of like homophobia being from a small town?
Actually, no,
Yeah.
not really.
Was that your first instance in college?
Yeah, Because
Yeah.
that's when I really came out. Because my senior year, the senior trip is when I figured it all out, and then went to college, and that's when I came home with a girlfriend. Yeah, she wasn't too happy, but it's fine. It's fine. And she was a senior girl, okay? I was a freshman dating a senior, all right?
Okay. Okay.
I had privileges.
And did. You got into all the good parties.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Stayed in the senior dorm.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun times.
Top tier.
I was part of the LGBTQ club that was there.
Mm-hmm.
I got in trouble in college. I'm not gonna lie, I got in trouble in college for underage drinking, but who doesn't? I'm just saying.
Right.
Who
Right.
doesn't drink in
Well,
college?
you got caught. There's a lot of people who do it and don't get caught.
I got caught because the girl got drunk and she decided to open the door when the RA was right there on the other side. That's how I got caught.
Because she was drunk opening doors.
Oh yeah, because one of our friends left, so she got smashed. She blew a .28.
Holy shit.
And wait, but that's not where I got caught. The RA wrote down that I wasn't drinking because I took my beer and I put it down on the ground, grabbed a Mountain Dew. So he wrote down that I wasn't drinking. And the cops let us drive to the hospital for our friend. Let us drive there.
And you were toasted.
I had a friend that drove. I didn't
Oh,
drive.
okay.
I didn't drive. But I had a friend that drove. So we were waiting in the waiting room and the cop came out and gave us the little breathalyzer test.
Yeah.
And I blew a .09.
Oh, that's what, like 1 point
Right.
of the legal limit? Or
Yeah.
I don't know,
Well,
Florida,
because I
it's
was
not
underage.
0.08.
It's .08, yeah.
Oh, okay. And
So I
then,
was over
oh,
by
yeah, you're
one.
underage. That sucks. So you can't even blow at all if you're underage. Did it affect,
Uh-huh.
did it affect your college, like I don't know, I can't speak. Like being in college, like I know they have like a committee or a board that you had to follow certain rules and all that stuff.
They gave me 500 hours of community service,
Mm.
and I had to take this like e-chug survey thing, and then pay $50 to the courts.
Damn.
But I called my mom and I told her what happened. She goes, "Well, dumbass, I told you not to get caught. Well, it wasn't my fault this time."
I know, like back when I was younger, and I grew up in a small town in Florida, man, we used to go out to like orange groves and just be in a field in the orange groves and drinking Goldschlager and Mad Dog 2020. Yeah.
No, see, we had Jack Daniels.
See, back whenever, well, I keep saying back in my day, but like that's what we got our hands on was Goldschlager, Mad Dog 2020,
Ooh,
um, God, Bush Light.
remember Old English?
Yes. Oh God, the old E. God.
Yes.
Old
Yes.
E. Oh God, I've lost my life a couple times in those orange groves, and like I look back on it now, like I have a 16-year-old, and like she stays home, and I'm like, oh my God, when I was your age, I was getting in so much trouble. So I'm like so happy that she is like the complete opposite of me.
Oh, I
So
got a 21-year-old and an 18-year-old.
you have a 20-year-old, 18-year-old?
21-year-old and an 18-year-old.
Oh wow.
They're my step.
How did they take like first like you and Bobby getting together and then you like came out and you're like, okay, I'm actually Trey. How did they take that?
Well, when they first met me, I already looked like a dude.
Oh,
So they already knew
yeah.
back then, and now we're really close.
That's awesome.
Whenever her daughter is sick, she'll sit there and crawl into bed with me. What
Aw.
do you want me to do? She's like, just make me feel better. I don't know what you want me to do. Wow, you're better.
I don't like listen, kids always do that. Like you can give them but they're like they think that we have like something special to fix it. And like I don't have anything special.
And you gotta have that pixie dust.
Yeah, I got the mom, like the mom back rubs. I got those. I can give you those all day, but I can't take the sickness away from you.
And that's the worst, watching them be sick.
Yes, I hate it.
That
I
is the worst.
My kids don't know how to throw up. That's the only thing that's like I failed them in life is they don't know how to throw up. And I when they throw up, they miss where they're supposed to throw up every single time. Like every single time. Like I'm like, can we just get it in the trash can or can we get it in the toilet? Can we get it somewhere instead of all over the place? Every
No,
single time.
no,
Every
not at
single
all.
time. I've failed them.
There's some things that that just doesn't click.
No,
Apparently, that is
we're
just the
just
one that doesn't
yeah.
click.
I'm really lucky that they barely ever get sick, so I barely ever have to deal with throw up. But when I do, I hate it. I hate it more than anything. The last time my son got sick, it was on the couch, the floor, the table, the cat, him. I was like, what the fuck were you doing?
The cat?
The cat got it, yeah.
Oh, poor kitty.
Oh, my poor cat. Like, he just had like the little wet tail. I'm like, oh my God. Had to go like
He's
trap him.
traumatized now.
Thank God he likes baths, so it wasn't that hard. But it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like half asleep, trying to clean everything up. And my son's like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, it's okay, buddy. Like, it's okay. And I like
That's
threw him
fine.
in the tub, and it was a mess. It was everywhere. Oh God, it was everywhere.
Oh no, no.
hmm
That's how we learned. Our son's allergic to strawberries. He had a chocolate covered strawberry and puked all down our white fridge, all down the white fridge.
Oh, did you get the scrub daddy and get it out, or did it stain it?
Oh yeah, it stained it a little bit. It had a little pink tint to it. It's fine.
Every
It's
time you look
fine.
at it, it's
Gave it
just
some color.
memories.
It gave it some color. It's fine.
Every time you look at it, it's just memories. You look back. Remember that time you threw up all over the refrigerator? Yeah, I feel both my kid. My daughter, last time she got sick, it was she got to the bathroom, but it was on both walls, under the toilet, in the shower, on the shower curtain. I'm like, first off, how do you get it under the toilet? I
Are
don't
you
get
sure they're not
that.
going through an exorcism over there?
Yeah, I don't get
Uh,
that part. Like, how did it get under the toilet? Like, you got it everywhere but there. Like, kids are so freaking. And like she made it to the bathroom, but none like got where it needed to be. And then and she's 16, and she doesn't feel good, but she walked away from it. Like she left the crime scene. First off, like that's a felony. You left the scene of a crime. You're just gonna leave that
it
there for
wasn't me.
me.
I swear it wasn't
Right.
me.
You're just gonna leave that there for me. That's cool. All right. Parenting is the best. Do you so you have like a really close bond with Bobby's kids? Like
I have no idea.
those are your kids,
Our son's about to go to college, and I'm gonna have a mental breakdown.
right?
That's like my best friend. That's my best friend.
Oh, that's
We do
awesome.
everything together.
You guys been together for 12 years, so he's 18 or 21?
He's 18.
He's 18. So you guys got together I'm doing math here, when he was 6.
He was 5 turning 6. Yeah.
Oh, you got the best years.
He was still sitting in because he was so tiny.
Oh, that's the best.
He wouldn't leave my side. The first time I met him, we went trick or treating. That was the first time I met him, and he just wouldn't leave my side at all.
So her daughter is was
21.
so she was 9. Wait,
Yep.
am I right? Did I do my math
She
quick?
was 9, right, babe? Yeah, she was
Oh,
9.
look at that quick math. Okay.
You're on it. You're
I'm
on it.
Can't tell me nothing about numbers right now. So she was 9. She was 9. So you guys got together when they were fairly young. That's awesome. So you
Yep.
got the good years, the bonds, and you got the teenage
Yeah.
years, which yeah.
I wish we could skip those years.
Was now is I don't know if you're comfortable talking about it. How was the dad about you being in the picture? Was he okay with it?
We weren't okay at first.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't okay at first.
Yeah.
But now we're better friends than him and Bobby ever were.
That's awesome. That's good.
We used to have family dinners on Sunday nights, all of us.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, y'all are like the unicorns.
Yeah, he used to live across the street from us. And then he met a new girl, and he moved to the next town over.
Oh. Well, that's good y'all get along though. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, we definitely do.
Yeah.
He
So,
got me a he actually got me a job. I got laid off, and he got me a job with DHL. So I worked
really?
with him. Yeah, he used to be my boss.
Yeah. Did you ever call him baby daddy?
I call him AJ Fufu.
Okay, even better.
I told him that was his drag name.
Speaking of, so you've been an entertainer for 15 years, right?
Yeah. Started when I was seven. I started when I was 18 in college.
How'd you get into that?
The club that I was part of, they put on a drag show, and they asked if me and my roommate wanted to do it, and we just said screw it.
Yeah.
So we ended up doing it, and not knowing that there was only us and another performer. So they would perform, and then we would have to go get changed into our next outfit, and then go back on, and then go back off and change. Oh, it was rough, but it was a big thrill for me.
Yeah.
Just seeing smiling faces around when I dance around and give them that like 10 seconds of just interaction with them.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who they are, what you look like, or anything.
You're just there to have fun.
Yeah, and I have a show. I actually booked a show this Saturday.
That's awesome. Do you do just in New York or do you travel?
Right now, I've just done New York. I think the farthest I went is a place called Messina, which is right up by the Canadian border.
Mm-hmm.
That was the longest trip I ever went. And when you walked into that bar, you know those movies when you walk in and music stops and everyone stares at you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Oh Lord.
That's what happened. I'm like, oh, where do I go?
How did you and Bobby meet?
Actually, at one of my drag shows.
Yeah.
I saw funny story. I had a girlfriend that night, and it was her birthday. It's a place called Merlin's here. It used to
Mhm.
be, but it got shut down. But I took her to Merlin's, and we had a good night. And my friend, me and Bobby have a mutual friend. His name's Boo Boo, and he came over to me. He goes, "Yo, Trey, can you just dance on this girl for me?" I was like, "Boo Boo, she like me? She like me, Boo Boo? I'm only 20 years old, okay? What do you want from me?" And it didn't help that I have a fetish for blondes, and she was a
Uh-huh.
blonde, and he's like, "I'm not gonna tell you." I said, "All right." So I danced on her anyways, and I sat next to her after my song because my girl was trashed at the bar.
Oh
And
Lord.
I sat next to her, and come to find out, her and her friend Tammy used to put quarters down on the table to claim who they wanted. So apparently, I was only worth a quarter. I mean, not even,
Oh.
but quarter. It's fine. I forgave her for that,
That's cute for
and I can
something.
still remember the first outfit she wore too. That same night,
Yeah. What was it?
What? She had Air Forces on. They were white, baby blue, and black, with black leggings, pink cami shirt,
Mhm.
if that's what you call it, right? Cami shirt.
Yeah, like a little
I think that's
spaghetti strap camisole thing.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
So a hot pink one with a black t-shirt on.
Ooh. She was an Air
That's
Force One girl. I love that.
She was. She was.
And you guys,
And I just took
so
mine and sinkered.
so you met, and then it was just you guys took off from
We
there. Was there
we
time in
ditched each
between?
other that night.
You what?
We ditched each other that night.
Oh Lord.
She said she was going to the bar, and I was like, "Well, I'm gonna go outside." And then we ended up both leaving each other. And then a couple days later, she was in my inbox.
Nice.
And then it just kind of went from there.
That's awesome. So I assume the drunk girl, you were done with her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The next day, she dropped me off at my house. I was like, "Yeah, this isn't gonna work out.
Yeah, this isn't for me.
I'm sorry." But I got out of the car first before I said
Yeah.
that. And then I've been stuck with Bobby ever since. It's the
That's
best decision I
awesome.
ever made too.
That's awesome. All over a quarter. A quarter could have changed
All of
it.
And then, I mean, yeah, it could have happened if she gave me $1. At least I could buy like a burger at McDonald's. Couldn't couldn't get none with a quarter.
But that's cute. So they would like set a quarter down on the table and just like to claim or
Yeah, like no, that's mine.
okay. That's cute though.
And
That's
her
a good
friend would
that's
pick
a good
somebody
deal.
else.
That's a
And then
cool
she goes to every single one of my shows.
yeah.
Every single one. I think there's only two that she's missed.
Wow. So she's been cool the whole time, you being an entertainer and stuff like that.
Yeah, we have. My lips cannot touch another female's lips. I
Yeah.
can do whatever I have to
That's a
do,
good rule.
besides my lips cannot touch another female's lips.
That's a good rule.
And then everyone always asks her, "Why do you let your man do that? How could you let your man do that?"
It's trust.
But it is. And she knows that she gets McDonald's after the show, so
Yeah.
that's all she cares about. As long as she gets McDonald's after the show, she's good to
Right.
go.
I always say there's flirting there's flirting just for like conversation wise, or like some people just have a flirtatious personality and that's just what it is. There's no intent behind it. Then there's flirting with intent. And
Hmm.
so if you're with somebody and they're already flirtatious when you meet them, or they're an entertainer or anything like that, if there's no intent behind it, then there's not really an issue. I guess you does that make sense?
When I go out there, it's like a different personality for me.
Yeah.
I turn into somebody different.
Do you have a
My
stage name?
stage name is Trudette Truman, so I turn into Trudette Truman.
Yeah. How'd you get true that?
College. They used to call me an uh-oh Oreo.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
So you stuck with the name True Dat Truman. That's
And
awesome.
just kind of stuck. And then going through like the whole community, like doing the shows, people try to change my name, try to tell me I'm too white for that name.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I've had it all. They tried to change my name to Travis Star one night. Well, Travis Star went out and performed one night and popped his hip out and never came back. Yeah,
Travis
no,
can handle it.
no, he couldn't handle it. I did the stanky leg, and there goes my leg.
I always say like I cannot drop it like it's hot no more. I got about lukewarm. That's about all I got.
Oh, I feel like an 80-year-old the day after the show. All right, let me
Yeah.
tell you, I got to get the Ben Gay out and everything.
Ibuprofen on deck, just ready.
Oh hell yeah.
That's awesome. So she goes all the shows with you. I mean, I know definitely like being on social media, there has to be that trust aspect there with that. Then the entertainment, it seems like you guys have like a really, really strong relationship. That's amazing. It's
Oh, we
hard. It's
do.
rare.
We do. She's my
That's
number one
awesome.
fan. What can I say?
How long have you been on TikTok for?
I think going on 3 years now.
Yeah.
I think 3 years.
Were you
Yeah,
one of
since
the people that
COVID.
started it with COVID?
Yeah, that's when I started.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do
Love
any shows, so
those.
I got bored.
I always say I came on. I made an account because of Carol Baskins because I got taken over. There was a guy that made a dance to that Carol Baskins song, and there was a rap, and then I was just a scroller from there. So I know you said you were talking about how you've had 9 concussions. How the heck did you get 9 concussions?
Yeah, I was a very active kid when I was little. One was I was playing basketball with my cousin, and I went down to get the ball, and he just came down and landed on the back of my head, so my head hit the concrete and him on top of me. In college, we were playing football, and I fell off the back of the couch. I had a table to the head. I fell off my bike a lot of times and hit my head.
So you need a helmet for
Yeah, I
sure.
need a I need a bubble. I need a
Yeah.
bubble.
A helmet
Very
and a
breakable.
bubble for sure.
I'm pretty sure I'd still pop it, but it's fine.
It's fine. As long as it's
Fine.
there for like precautionary. It's a thought
I'm
that
still here. I'm still
counts.
kicking.
What has been the hardest part for you with with transitioning?
The mood swings.
Yeah.
Definitely the mood swings. One day I could be happy, and the next day I can just be angry for no reason.
And that's from the
Then,
T?
yeah,
Yeah.
you get roid rage.
Oh shit.
Real thing.
What about has there been anything like physically that's been difficult for you?
Physically, not really. No,
No?
no facial. I have the facial hair, and then my Adam's apple grew in.
Yeah.
I had everybody on my other life feeling because like I said, everybody has one. But once you start T, it gets more defined and everything. So
Yeah.
everyone on my live is over here going like this.
Just rubbing
Find it.
it.
I can't find it.
I'm gonna go away. What was your first like? So did you ever have like a moment, like your first moment of when you first started your journey? What was the first moment of like that real? How do I word it? Like that real happy moment for you, like the first moment. You know?
Probably when I got my first shot.
Yeah.
Came home. I went to my appointment. They already ordered it, so the next day I was allowed to pick it up. Came home and just sat in the chair and sat there for a good 20 minutes before Bobby stuck me with the needle.
Yeah. Were you scared?
I was terrified.
Yeah.
I was terrified because I didn't know what was going to come.
Yeah. Is there a risk?
You can get male pattern baldness.
Oh.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
Other than that, not really.
Yeah.
You go every year to get your levels checked just to make sure. I
Mm-hmm.
think the only thing that I've ever had, they told me I had too low of cholesterol.
Okay.
Too low.
Too
I was
low.
like, isn't that a good thing?
Right.
Apparently, you're not supposed to go too low. Apparently.
Fair enough.
But I also don't eat bread. I don't eat cake. I don't eat any of that kind of stuff because it reminds me of like a sponge, and I feel like I'd be eating a sponge. So
So it's a texture issue.
I am a very vegetarian person. I don't eat peanut butter. Peanut butter is gross.
Wow. So you don't like fluffy and you don't like sticky, but gooey's fine.
Kiwi's fine.
Gooey's fine.
Kiwi's fine. Give me some gummy bears, I'm good to go.
So that was your first high moment, was your first shot.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
I was so excited.
What was it like a couple months going in? Like, 'cause this is something new for you, and I'm sure there was a lot of anxiety and uncertainty, but also excitement.
Definitely. When like some trans men, they don't lose like they how you lose your period. You automatically lose your period. Some people it takes a couple months. Mine was right after that first shot. I've never gotten it since. Never gotten it since.
Yeah.
And then 3 months down the line, I could sound like my voice is changing.
Hmm.
More thing that upset me was I went to bed and I woke up the next day. I'm like, hey,
Hey.
I was like, I didn't get no squeaks. I didn't get to go through the squeaks. That's not fair. I wanted the squeaks.
So you never had the squeaks. It was kind of just,
No.
wow.
Woke up one day, hey.
Has there been any low moments for you?
Probably like those days I get like those angry little spats.
Yeah.
I can feel when they're coming on, and I just kind of stay to myself and get glued into like watching TV or something. Try to get my mind off of it, because I know tomorrow will be a better day.
Yeah.
Or I go on here and talk to everybody. That always makes me feel better.
Yeah. I don't think people realize how much like going on live and just talking and getting it out, or just not even getting it out, just talking about something completely different to get your mind off of something, because silence is so deafening when you have stuff on your mind that,
It does.
I don't think people realize like that come in the comments and they talk to and interact and stuff like that, and they tell us like how much we help them. They don't realize how much they help us.
That's what I try to tell them every single time I'm on.
Yeah,
I'm more grateful for them than I am for myself.
right. They're the
And
reason. They're the reasons why we're able to go live and we're able to hang out and talk and everything like that. And they don't realize like how much. I keep saying it, but they don't realize like how much they help us. And everyone's like, if you're sad, like to get off live, but then at the same time, it's like I'm gonna be sad. I'd rather be on live, hanging out and talking and getting my mind off it than just
yeah,
being sad by myself and thinking
exactly,
about every bad thing that there is to think about.
exactly.
How long have you been? So you've been 6 years, right?
It'll be 6 years next month.
Nice. And now for anybody like, and especially I'm gonna ask some questions, but this is like a lifetime commitment for the rest of your life, right?
Yeah, I gotta take a shot every week for the rest of my life.
Right. And then, so New York right now, I know like my state right now is kind of sketchy, is being sketchy. Has there been any, seeing that on the news, does it bring like any concern for you or make you
Not really, because New York is a safe state. They're not gonna. I don't think New York's ever gonna change their ways.
good?
The only thing I'm dealing with is my insurance doesn't cover top surgery, so
Oh, that
I've
sucks.
been denied by 16. So now I gotta call and make a change in my insurance.
That sucks. Is there any insurances that cover it or no?
Fidelis. I
Okay.
just don't have that one right now.
Yeah.
Work in progress though.
Yeah.
And plus, like I said, I have kids, so they come first before anything, before my needs.
Right.
They'll always come first.
Can you, if you're comfortable, can you explain why top surgery is so important?
It would make me feel like I'm in the right body because right now I don't. And dysphoria is a real thing. I can't like for me, some people can, as you can see, some people on this app can take their shirts off and wear tape and be
Right.
comfortable. For me, I can't do that.
Hmm.
And when I do TikToks, if I see in my video a little, just even a little bump, I have to redo the whole entire thing
Mm.
because I'm not okay with it.
Right.
But that's just me. But other people are different.
Right.
I just don't feel comfortable with it until I get it done. And then when I get done, I'm never gonna have a shirt on. So yeah, TikTok better be ready for that. I'm just never gonna have one on.
Right. Fuck it, no shirts. If I can't have my shirt off, I don't want to go. That's gonna be Trey for now. If I can't have my shirt off, I don't want to go. No, but like,
Be a huge party.
I have just one request. Whenever you do, please get an American flag, like the crop tops with the jean cutoff shorts, and just crush Stone Cold Steve Austin 2 beers one time for me.
Wait, you gotta put the middle fingers up too at the same
Yes.
time. If you're gonna do Stone Cold, you have to have the middle fingers.
Crush them, hit them, boom.
I'll do that just for you.
I love that. That'd be
Tag you
great.
in there. I'm like, yo, what happened?
Let's go. That's awesome. So like we were talking about with so dysphoria, can you elaborate a little bit more on so dysphoria is like where your mind doesn't match your body, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I've also when I was early, my parents took me like a therapist, and you know like the test they can do how your brain is what percent male and what percent female.
Mm-hmm.
I had that done, and my brain said the doctor told me my brain was 90% male and 10% female.
Wow.
So I already knew way back then, but my mom
Yeah.
didn't really want to acknowledge that.
Were you more like tomboyish growing up?
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. I wasn't afraid. I was more of a boy than my brother was. I'm not even gonna lie. Not
Right.
gonna lie. Got switched.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he color coats all his clothes. He has a watch for the daytime, afternoon, and night. Oh,
Oh,
yeah, it's bad.
oh Lord.
It's bad.
He's prissy. Okay.
He
Okay.
is. He is. He won't get his hands dirty. I'll be the first one out there
Right.
playing paintball, BMX.
Yeah, he's keeping himself clean and tidy, doesn't want to get dirty whatsoever.
No,
Oh Lord.
he
That's
would
so
make my dad work on his car
crazy.
for him.
Cause I'm picturing your family, right? And you're so I'm like one of those type of people like when you talk to me, like I visualize at the same time. So I'm like visualizing your dad being like just the redneck country guy from a small town,
He's got the
and
mustache.
then
Just listen to him. He's got the little stash.
oh, does he? Is it Burt Reynolds? Is it the Burt Reynolds big thick
It's just a
stash
plain.
or oh, it's the handlebars. Perfect. Perfect. And then I picture your mom being like the small town, short pin curled hair. I don't know why I thought pin curls in my head.
No, she leaves her hair out alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she wear like not the jeans, but like the mom pants? You know what I'm talking about? Like the Macy's pants, I guess you could call them.
They're like jeggings jeans.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
With like a
jeggings with the
little
fake
pouch
pockets.
yeah, the pouch in the front. Is that your mom?
That's my mom to a T.
And then you have your brother that's like the prissy, preppy, you know what I mean? Like the
Now, see,
Alistair type.
nowadays, he used to try to be a bodybuilder,
Yeah.
and then he stopped bodybuilding and ate McDonald's. So I love my brother to death, but I tell everybody he looks like Peter Griffin. He looks like Peter Griffin now. I am not gonna lie. He looks like Peter Griffin.
You have to send it to me on Instagram. Send it to me so I can see
I got
this.
you. He's got like the bald chin and everything.
Oh my god, the real life Peter. Pan. I love it.
Back in the day, he used to go to BCC, and I was at BCC when I got kicked out of my college. I went to BCC. It's a community college,
Mhm.
and he used to go there too. And at that time, my hair was already cut off. So from behind, we used to look alike.
Yeah.
So his friends would come up to me and be like, "Yo, Steve." I'm like, "Nope, nope, not Steve. Nope, wrong person." No,
Your brother even has like the preppy like the preppy guy named Steve. Does he go by Steve or Steven?
Steven
Steven with a PH or a V? Like that's
with a
important.
V.
Ooh.
With a V.
So no flavor, just straight
No, I used
straight
to call him
Steven.
Stephanie.
Oh Lord. That's amazing. So guys, we've been here talking chit chat with Trey. Is there any questions that anybody would like to ask? We are open, or Trey's open to do a Q&A. If this is your time, remember, you have every right to be here. You're more than welcome to comment. You're more than welcome to ask questions. You're just not welcome to be disrespectful. So please be respectful in your comments. Remember that text does not have emotions. So before you type it out, remember that part.
Also, no question is a stupid question, by the way.
Right.
No question is a stupid question.
Hey, Misty.
What's up? I like all the hearts.
Yes. I love every time I do sweet tea, there's so much love and everyone I just love I look down the comments every now and then and I just love like how everybody's like just interacting and talking with each other and showing support. It's the best thing.
See Pink Jeep Journey.
Yeah.
And my homie. Tank is in there.
Yeah.
So
Hey.
I can tell you this, tomorrow I got asked to be part of the Children's Miracle Network. I'm
Oh,
doing
that's
a meet and greet
awesome.
in Ithaca, raising money for a couple families.
That's amazing.
I'm stoked. And guess what? Red Bull's gonna be. I'm excited. I'm so
Red
excited.
Bull's gonna be there. What how are you is it on like on TikTok or is it gonna be on like how are they doing it? So if anybody wants
They're
to
doing it.
support.
They're doing it. I'm gonna try to go live a little bit while I'm there, and I get to hang out with the kids. We're having fire trucks, food, games.
Um,
I'm signing pictures for $5 pictures, and so I can donate to them. I've already had some of my followers donate money that can't make it.
that's awesome. Do you have any is there anywhere if anybody wants to support or donate or anything like that, is there anywhere that they can go to do that?
I tell everybody to message Bobby because she has more of the information.
Okay.
She's the information person.
And Bobby's right there, Bobby Joe. Um,
Yep.
I asked a question. I don't see your questions, guys. I'm looking. Try wording it. Here, let me see my comment settings. Filter comments are off. Uh, okay, try to ask it again.
What part? I'm in Binghamton, New York.
Julie wants to know how old were you when you knew you wanted to transition?
I knew when I was about probably like 23, but I didn't do nothing until I was 25.
And that was because your friend Liam, right?
Yep. So I didn't know nothing about it until then.
Are you in upstate New York?
Yes.
No.
About 4 hours away from the city. Bottom surgery. I don't want bottom surgery. I've heard too many horror stories.
How do the kids take the transition?
Joshy, they were perfectly fine with that. Like I said, they already knew. They already knew back then. They were calling me a boy way back then.
So I know I had a question. So I know a lot of people don't have two interactions with somebody like that is currently going through transition. So there is that part where people want to ask questions but don't know how to ask or what an appropriate question is or what is not an appropriate question. What would you tell people if they're wanting to ask questions, like what to avoid or maybe how to approach it?
For me, you can ask it any way you want to ask it.
Hmm.
If I don't understand what you're asking, I'll ask you certain things to figure out what you're trying to figure out.
Hmm.
I had one person that they were trying to ask me about bottom surgery, and they just, I couldn't even read their message right. I was like, "Are you trying to ask me about bottom surgery?" She's like, "I'm not trying to be rude." I'm like, "No, no, I'm just
Yes,
trying to
go
figure out,
ahead.
what you're trying to ask me."
Do you think
I
it's
like I tell everybody, no,
do
there's
you think
never a
it's
stupid question.
okay to ask about bottom surgery, or is that something like don't really ask unless they give out the information on it?
Wait, say that one more time.
So if someone wants to like I had Jay Blair in here and the question came about the bottom surgery and that always seems to be a question, but it always is it appropriate to ask about bottom surgery?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I just choose not to. I've heard too many horror stories. Like sometimes there's people that you have to go back every certain amount of time to get it replaced,
Hmm.
or you have to pump it up just to do anything.
Hmm.
For me, I can just go to the adult outlet. It'll never go limp. It won't. It'll just
Yeah.
stay hard.
Yes.
And also with testosterone, things grow down there. Mine, I can admit right now, mine grows to 4 inches right now. So I'm good with what I got.
Jay asked Trey, do you get low T depression between shots?
Not really. Not really. I'm still on point 0.5. That's how much testosterone I take a week. It's very rare
Owen
when I get my low
asks,
moments.
what is your advice for someone that's just starting their journey?
Don't let those low moments ever get to you. Don't ever let those low moments get to you because they're gonna pass, and you're gonna have a better day the next day. Promise you. And don't ever give up on your journey either, because I haven't.
Teacher T wants to know what is the cost of top surgery without insurance?
Uh, about $14,000. But it also depends on where you go. The person
Right.
that I want to go to is in Colorado, and they gave me a set price. And he's world renowned for attaching nipples. He's never had nipples fall off.
Mm-hmm.
He's also, if like say down 3 years down the road, so I don't like something, he will fly me out there personally and fix it for free
Oh, wow.
for like the rest of my life, basically. I just got to pay for anesthesia, which,
Yeah.
obviously. But
So that's one of the risk is the, what is it called? I can't even say the word.
Yeah, necrosis of the.
Thank you.
necrosis of the nipple.
Thank
Necrosis of the
you.
nipple, yeah.
And that's where whenever they do the top surgery, they detach it and then reattach it, and there is that risk of necrosis. There's
Yep.
the word.
Yep. Sometimes it takes and sometimes it don't.
Right. Now, if it doesn't take, do they have like alternates? Like, you know how they can make is it called a prosthetic nipple?
You could get that, or there's also a thing called 3D tattoo, which I've also been looking into.
Nice.
Because I might take that. I've been leaning more towards that route
Mm-hmm.
than actually doing the nipples.
Okay.
Because I've checked, there's a place down here who does it for breast cancer people,
Mm-hmm.
and they look legit. The only thing you can't do is
Yeah.
take a picture like this. You know, that's the only thing.
Renee wanted to know if you and your wife would ever have kids together.
We've talked about it.
Yeah.
We've talked about it, but still undecided. The two we got is a handful enough.
Right. Shell, Trey, if you can be anything right now, what would it be?
If I could be anything right now,
Mm-hmm.
I'd still be myself. I wouldn't want to be anything else.
And I was telling them when I was on the phone with you, I was like, his smile is fucking contagious. Like, I knew when I got off the phone with you, I was like, this is gonna be a great sweet tea where we're just gonna be smiling the whole time because your smile
I
is
warned you.
contagious.
I warned you.
uh, does mm, does being transgender make being intimate more difficult?
Absolutely not. I think it makes it more exciting. Not even gonna lie. Makes it more exciting.
uh, okay, I need to block this first. I'm sorry.
Do you wear tape or binder? Someone asked.
I wear binders. I used to wear tape. The only bad thing with tape, when I was doing drag, I used to do tape all the time. But now I have no sensation in my nipples anymore.
Oh,
I have no sensation.
and that's just from wearing the binders constantly?
It's from wearing duct tape.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you said your dad used to help you duct tape.
It was so much fun and so awkward at the same time.
Did your dad have like reading glasses that he would put on? I love it. I feel like I can see it.
And then he has the whole, his hair is balding all the way back here
Yes.
now. Yeah.
He has his
So now he wears the hat. Yep. He's
Well,
got
what did you major in college?
early childhood education.
Nice.
I wanted to be an elementary teacher.
I think you'd be a phenomenal teacher.
See, now I got stage fright. That's the other thing. I'm an entertainer with stage fright.
Well, so whenever you go on stage, you're true that. You're not Trey. You're someone completely different.
True that is still stage fright.
Oh, well, shit. Never mind.
When I'm behind that curtain, my heart is pounding out of my chest. I feel like I gotta pee. I don't know why, but apparently I gotta pee. And then right after I'm done, I don't have to pee anymore. But apparently my body's like, no, you need to go now.
A. Newton. A. Newton asked about if your parents accept your choice. Dad did. Mom is working towards it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You get judged for being trans. I don't really promote myself as trans. I'm a male. I'm always going to be a male. I don't go around saying, hey, I'm trans. The only time I really use that is either when I make a video on here about it or if I'm at a doctor's office. That's the only times.
Right.
I have, though, I went to the bathroom before and I've got pushed up against the wall once because I have to sit to pee, obviously.
Right.
And I got pushed up against a wall before.
That's
That
crazy.
was fun. That was fun.
I'm sorry you went through that. That's horrible.
I didn't get hurt, though. It's fine. It's fine. I didn't get hurt. I pushed my way and I ran.
I know, but it's so like I've seen a couple videos, especially because Pride Month and everything, where the bathroom gets talked about a lot, and it's so many people don't feel comfortable using any bathroom, And so they wait to use like the family planning bathrooms or, everything like that. And I think that's just all you're doing is going in there to pee and do your business. That's it. I've never in the bathroom and walked in and be like, hey, can I see your privates? Like that's never really happened to me where like we're scoping out each other's privates. Like we're in there for one purpose and one purpose only. You know what I mean? In and out,
Oh
both
yeah, no.
hands, and then we're getting out.
I had a
Um,
comment from somebody who actually said, if you ever went into a bathroom with my kid, I would beat the hell out of you or something. I said, what are you going to do? Check me at the door, say, hey, can you pull your pants down? Because I'm
yeah.
pretty sure that's illegal. Pretty
Like
sure
that's how
that's
that's how
illegal.
you get into the bathroom club. You just gotta flash what you got, and then you can
He's like,
go
wait,
from
if
there.
someone watched me pee, I said, what do you think we're going to do? Open the door, wipe it? Hey, hey, what you
Right.
doing? What you
Like,
doing in there?
look, come sliding from underneath. Hey.
Hey, I was just wondering, do you have some extra TP, please?
I've been trying to reach you at your car's extended warranty.
Your warranty's up.
Oh man. All right. How do you feel like what age do you think is appropriate for someone to start their journey? Because that's like a big debate right now about age and when's it appropriate, when's it not appropriate.
I would see. My opinion is it doesn't matter what age you are, honestly. But if you're under the age of 18, I would say at least go talk to a therapist
Right.
or go talk to somebody to make sure that that is something you want to do because there's changes that you can't come back from. Once you start testosterone, your voice will never go back to the same. You'll have
Hmm.
a deep voice. Your facial hair will fade with time, but it's still gonna keep being there. So you're gonna look a little weird if you try to go back. So make sure you really do your research. Definitely. Make sure it's 100% something that you want to do.
So Trixie asks, do you still have to go to an OB?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And then she said, just curious about cancer screenings. And someone asked for Bobby, if Bobby doesn't mind answering, how do you support someone that is trans?
Open ears, open heart. Just gotta listen.
Open ears, open heart.
Songbird and bird. If it is for them, it is for you.
Bobby, so like I know I talked with Nicole, um, and it was someone when you love someone that's changing so much, it's a big change for you as well, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's kind of like you have to mourn and you have to adapt the same time that they do. Do you feel the same way like that?
Yes. Does his journey and I follow, but it's
Hmm.
almost like we walk together.
Right. You're on the same path, just different scenery from time to time.
Absolutely.
I'm just their eye candy.
Let's see. Um, is Trey Trey is looking into top surgery. We were just talking about that a minute ago. Um, all right, let me see. Does Bobby?
Do I think of him as a male or a female? A male because he is a male. His gender is legally changed, so I would never call him a female.
Yeah, my gender is legally changed. My name is legally changed.
His birth certificate says
Did you
male.
know that when you change your name, they have to post it in the paper?
Right, like was it 24 hours, something like that has to be posted?
They ask you, do you feel safe? I say, I don't care. Who's gonna come at me? I'll get
Right.
my redneck daddy. I'll get my
When
redneck
he's gonna
daddy.
put his glasses on, he's gonna come with the duct tape.
He's got the duct tape. He's got the guns.
And is it just like an announcement that you're planning on changing your name or
Yeah, they use your dead name, saying this person is changing their name to this.
wow. Why do you know why they do that?
I don't. You know why they do that, babe?
It's just like a birth announcement.
I like a birth announcement.
That's crazy.
And you don't have an option
Yeah.
Like in a birth announcement, you have an option to opt out of having your baby placed. Like
Mm-hmm.
in changing your name legally, like if you want to go back to your maiden name, at least in New York, you don't have an option. You have to put, Bobby Joe, blah, 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 is changing to this. Regardless if it's male to female, whatever, you have to have it posted. Yeah, exactly. It's in some courts to say for a docket reading. Absolutely. That's
Yep.
exactly what it is.
That's crazy. Kat Kelly wants to know if you're going through a transition, do you need to get a hysterectomy?
You you can. It's your choice. You don't have to. Like you don't have to have top surgery. You don't have to have bottom surgery. You don't have to have a hysterectomy. And it's all up. It's all depending on the person. But that'd be like my second step after I have my top surgery. Normally, they'd rather have you have the top surgery first and then the hysterectomy.
Now, when you start taking tea, there is a change to your body as well, but it doesn't completely, right?
Doesn't completely. Yeah.
Right.
You get more muscle tone and everything. And they ask you on your first day if you want to like freeze your eggs because it does
Mm-hmm.
destroy your eggs.
Right.
I took the option of no.
Yeah.
That was my option.
Um, Michaela said if you were to get into a new relationship, would you tell them?
Well, I don't ever plan on getting in a new relationship, but I don't think it'd be like the first thing I would say. Oh, hey, I'm Trey. I'm trans. How you doing? How you doing? I don't think that's first
um,
date talk worthy.
Anna would like to know what is the goals when taking tea?
To get more masculine, to become who I want to be.
Right.
This shoots down the estrogen so I can have my more male characteristics.
Is it so like you want it's where you want your mind to match
To match
everything,
your body,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, because in your mind, in your heart, your soul, everything, you're Trey. And you want to just
Yeah.
make everything match. It's like could you imagine like everybody that's in here, like waking up one day and being in a completely different body? Even though you know in your mind, your heart, your soul, like who you are, like, but you're in a completely different body. Would you be able to accept that? Or would you be able to be happy or want to live that way? I couldn't imagine that.
No, it's definitely hard.
Someone
Yeah.
asked how you chose the name Trey.
How I chose the name Trey. All right, this is gonna sound corny as hell. So I chose Trey because my favorite artist is Trey Songz, and that's where I came up with Trey.
Well, now we know.
Why asking a transgender person their dead name is rude is because when it's their dead name, dead means don't ask again, how we consider it. And it's rude because that's a past life. And they're not looking back at the past life, they're looking for the future. So that's why transgender people don't like to talk about their dead name.
Do I have a middle name? Actually, my stepdaughter chose my middle name.
Sweet.
She chose Kelvin with a K.
Kelvin is his middle name.
Yeah, so now I can be TK.
Ooh.
And my mom was mad about that too.
Possibilities are endless.
My mom was mad about my name change too. Because she felt like she should have had the choice of changing my name.
Of picking what your name would be?
Yeah.
Could just told her you didn't get it right the first time.
I tried to tell her that. I tried to tell her that. At least my dad wanted to name me Casey. I mean, that's close. That's close than what my actual name was.
Trey Songs. I will never forget that now. That you got your name from
I-
Trey Songs. That's great.
Yeah, Trey Songz.
Missed the test.
I have never missed a shot.
What
I'm
happens if
very
you do?
Missing one shot doesn't really do anything. I don't really think. But if you consecutively miss it, you can get your period back.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you can start getting your female characteristics back. If you have T and have a history, you don't. No, you don't go through menopause. Now let me see Trey Songz. See, I'm not the only one that likes Trey Songz. See,
I like Trey Songs too. I don't know if I'd ever be like, yeah, I like that song so fucking much. It's gonna be my name.
I thought it fits. Okay,
It
it
does
fits.
fit.
Great.
Like you look like a Trey. It fits.
My mom goes, I wanted to name you Connor. I said, Connor? What?
Well, my mom wanted to name me Ziomara, so I
Actually,
feel
that's pretty sick. Yo, that's pretty sick. That's like an oddball name right there.
that is. It's a great name, but I do not look like a Ziomara. Could you imagine like the confusion?
So the bit.
I'm glad she didn't. It is a pretty name. It's such a pretty name, but I do not look like a Ziomara. I do not.
Someone asked if you have to change your social security number. No.
No, you don't change your social security number. You just gotta change the name on it.
Sorry.
Name me.
Yeah, Trey definitely fits you. Yes, Lisa, will be on. He will be on T for the rest of his life. I picked my name because of Jurassic World. I love that. All right, Danny, spell it. It's with an X. It's like Xio.
Her name was almost Olive.
My name was almost Olive.
You did not change your birthday.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't change my birthday either. No,
Are you
no.
able to change your birthday?
I could have if I wanted to,
That's
but
crazy. Like you just go down and be like, you know, fuck it, I'm changing my birthday.
all right.
But we did get an ornament.
Turns
That was the
out
first male ornament that said something to do with transitioning.
And my T date, yeah.
Yeah, but
My day of starting. We did get an ornament for my first boy ornament. It said July 19th on it.
So you're about to come. Oh yeah, you're coming up on your.
My 6 years.
That's awesome.
Need to go get my finger pricked and find out all my levels.
yeah, his gender marker, everything is changed. There is no female in any paperwork, legal paperwork, court documents. Everything is male. License, social security card, birth certificate.
And that cost a pretty penny too, let me tell you. It cost a pretty freaking penny to change your name.
Which is crazy. Like I don't understand why they would make you pay so much to change your own damn name. Like that.
I paid over $400 to change my name. Because you have to, I think you got to also get copies, which cost money. Because everybody needs a copy of it. Everybody and their mom, even their grandmas.
Everybody.
Shell, the side effects that he talked about getting from T was he gets really bad mood swings, like the rages, but he can kind of feel them coming on. Was there any other side effects that you've had from T? Like,
I don't feel like I do. What do you think, babe?
No. But it's no different than anyone having a bad day. So, like, you can't really say it's a T rage because, like, you could have had a bad day. You could have headache. You could just, everyone has bad days. So we, as a couple, we don't choose to call it a T rage. You're just being an asshole and I'm being a bitch and we call it a day. That's it.
It's not like he's flipping the table and the dressers. Why the fuck is this floor on the floor? Kind of thing. It's just bad days.
I yell at my dog. My biggest thing is I yell at my dogs. My dog constantly barks. She's blind. So anything she hears, she starts barking. I'm like, why are you barking?
Shut up. I have a blind cat. I swear.
I got one too. I got a blind kitty and a dog.
I feel like I've met you in a past life for sure.
I think we have. I
have a blind cat. His name is Raymond. He runs into the walls.
Mine's a dipshit.
I got one of those robot vacuums and it runs into the walls. So I called it Ray J for Raymond Jr. It looks just like the cat. Just
Wait, is this the same cat that got puked on?
No, the one that got puked on is one of the Maine Coons. He's very needy. He's a very needy cat. He's always on top of somebody. It was just a wrong time.
I would just say that would kind of suck. Being blind and then you got puked on. That would kind of suck.
I feel so. My daughter gave him a bath yesterday, and he looks like a little rat. And I'm like, the man's blind. Can you just leave him alone? Just sitting in like he can't see anything, so he's just sitting there. If like he doesn't understand why he's cold, you put him in the water. He doesn't get it. Like, come on, girl.
Rhoda doesn't walk into things like as bad as she has in the past.
She'll see shadows.
But she just barks at everybody, and then as long as she smells you, she's good. But it's just a constant.
Or you say their name.
Yeah.
If you say their name, she's really good with names.
Yeah.
My friend Chopper, he'll come in and oh, she loves him to death. But she'll bark her head off and like growl at him until I'm like, yo, it's Chopper. She's like, oh, it's fine. Oh, it's
Hi.
fine.
Hey,
Hi, how you doing?
babe.
It's fine. And then we have
My
a
cat
pit
is
bull who
definitely,
thinks everybody and their mom loves her.
yeah,
Whoever walks in her house, they're only here for her, apparently.
right. For sure.
And
I
that's
love
it.
that. I love animals. Like, I feel like we're not worthy of animals, but I love them so much.
I love my dogs more than I love people.
Fair.
100%. Like, I will tell you this, to be honest with you.
I get kicked out of the bed,
Yeah,
okay? She'll kick me out of the bed for the dogs.
yeah, like my dogs come first. You have to take a seat because I need my dogs. Like, who greets you and wiggles their tail and pees on the floor? Not you. My dogs do. They get so
I can
happy.
wiggle my tail for you if you want me to.
I mean, you might have
She,
to.
listen, your wife sounds just like my person, Tish. She has a dog and literally exactly the same. She'll be like, no one's more loyal than a dog. The dog will love you no matter what. And like she
Absolutely.
Doobie, yeah, like she sleeps with the dog is constantly up her butt all the time. Everywhere she goes, he's
That's
right
both of
there.
ours. Wherever Bobby goes, you see two little shadows.
Right.
But I
That's
work
what he
from home,
does.
so granted, my dogs are with me 25/8. Like, I probably have,
Molly leaves you.
Molly leaves me to go sleep, but I don't even like to go out. Dogs miss me, so I don't like to go places overnight. And like Molly's 12, 10.
Man,
She's 10. Like, I still don't leave her overnight. Like, I just don't feel comfortable.
all
Just
she does is sleep.
sounds just like Tish. No, it was just okay. Sorry, I was looking at the comments. Sounds just like Tish. Bobby, are you still into Pioneer Woman stuff?
I am not. I like Ray Dunn.
That's a good question right there. If I were to go to jail, would it be a men's jail?
Yes.
Ooh.
It
This
can be,
happened
but
to
if you
Nikita.
go there, if you go there, you can also tell them that you're transgender and you be put in like that protective
Hmm.
wing.
What's
That could also
the
happen.
one influencer just went to jail here in Florida? Her name is Nikita, and they put her in the men's dorm,
Yep.
and she got put into her own separate area by herself, so she didn't. Well, she wasn't with everybody else. She wasn't in Gen Pop with a whole bunch of men because if you guys know who Nikita is, it's literally you wouldn't be able to you would not put her in a men's prison or a men's jail. Protective services, isn't it? Yeah, it's something like that. Like you're by yourself. Don't you have to be post-op to be in the men's? I'm not
Yep.
sure.
I'm
No.
no.
It goes by what's on your license.
Yeah, it goes by what's on your license. So if your license legally says that you're a female, or if your license legally says you're a male, that's what it's going by.
Have you or Bobby ever felt threatened by people who don't agree with trans rights?
Absolutely not. We let it go in one ear and out the other. I don't argue with people that don't do the 3 F's for us, which means fuck us, feed us, or finance us.
Hmm.
One ear out the other.
Have you ever had any? Oh, has the kids, friends, or coworkers seen your TikTok and asked questions?
Nope.
No,
They all love them.
all his friends come over here. All his friends try to be.
I don't think kids realize you have like one where are you at 1.4?
1.3. I'm about 20 away from 1.4.
Right. So, but they don't realize like your 1.4 is on this side of TikTok, and there's so many other sides of TikToks that like they just don't get that you could be on one side and no one's gonna know who you are on this other side. It's all over the place. There's so many people on TikTok. It's crazy.
Yeah. I'm not gonna tell everybody what you see on here is what you get in person. You can ask anybody that's met me too. I'm the same as that person. I don't change for nothing. Except for I dance a lot more when I'm in person.
You should come to Seneca Falls on July 7th and 8th if you're not doing anything.
On what day?
Niagara Falls,
What day is that?
July 7th and 8th. It's a Friday and Saturday.
Graduation parties. We are not free.
Graduation parties.
Mm.
And I did just get booked for a gender review.
Oh,
Yeah. I did at someone's graduation party the other night.
yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting. Half their family didn't agree with me, so they got up and walked out.
Oh shit. Fuck them.
Nah, I had fun. I didn't care.
Right, fuck them.
We had fun.
Anna, Anna would like to know what's been the hardest part of transitioning.
Um, I don't really know. I don't really have any hard parts. We just kind of go day by day.
I know I've seen like where they want everything to happen now. It's kind of like, and I get it, like you've been patiently waiting for 30 years or 40 years or however long it may be for everything to match. Now you're finally starting. It's not patient anymore. Um, and so they're wanting to up dosages or whatever it may be. What is your advice for that?
Listen to the doctors for one, and two, if you ever did the research before you started, you would find out that you would want to wait for top surgery until 3 years. Your body is not set in stone until 3 year mark.
Mm-hmm.
Once your 3 years mark, your body is set in stone. It's not going to be changing anymore, and that's when you want to do your top surgery. Because if you do it before, you can have a risk of having concave chest. Your chest can cave in because it's not ready,
Right.
or all those you have different complications. Yeah, I'm 6 years in and I'm still waiting.
Right.
How many milligrams of tea, mLs of tea are you on?
I'm on point 0.5.
But also remember, guys, his dosage is his dosage, what him and his doctor, his medical professional have agreed upon that's right for him. So for anybody, make sure you speak to your doctor and what works best for you
Yeah,
between you
I
and the
started out
doctor.
at what, point 0.3? That's what they started me out as. I started out on point 0.3. And then after like my year appointment, they upped me up to point 0.5. And probably by this appointment, they're probably going to knock me back down. Because you don't want to stay on point 0.5 for the rest of your life. I can tell you that right now.
Do you also have to take an estrogen blocker? And what would
No.
happen if you took too much tea?
If I stayed on point 0.5 for way too long, that's when the male pattern baldness will come in.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you start having like things happen, I guess. That's what he told me. But as of right now, I'm still at that healthy point. My levels are good. There's like certain levels you got to go through. You don't want to go above a 16. So if you're like in the 13 through 16 area, you're perfectly fine. But once you go above it, that means you're on too much testosterone
Mm-hmm.
and you have to take down a notch.
And
Luckily, I'm not.
you said things started to change. Someone asked, did things change fast when you started tea? You said the 3 month mark is when you like that was the big mark for you, right?
Yeah, 3 months is when I started hearing my voice change.
And there was no
And then
tiredness.
and then after about a year, that's when I woke up that one day. Hey, how you doing?
How often do you do the shot?
I do my shot every Thursday. Every Thursday. Me and Bobby do our shots together. She has diabetes, so she has to take a shot every Thursday. So we do it together. It's like a little bonding thing. Except for she has to do all the shots because I can't do it myself.
Right. And Jordan, we talked about um, if you missed it, that it's going to be on my YouTube. We talked about Trey growing up in school,
Today
family.
was TV.
We've talked about a lot about Trey today. Trey is way more than just his transition. That is for sure. And when we do the sweet tea, that's why we start from when you're younger and we go all the way up.
And there's another. I'll tell you this too. There's another thing that I didn't tell nobody. Well, my subscribers know. I put it on a subscriber note. But before I met Bobby, I had a drug problem. I used to pop pills.
Mm,
I met Bobby and I've been 12 years clean. 12 years clean.
congratulations. That's amazing.
It was a dark time.
Yeah.
I lost my grandpa.
Yeah.
I lost my school. Turned to stupid stuff.
Is
Stupid
it,
got wrong crowd.
did you kind of get introduced when you got your injury in basketball? Is when you got the introduction to the to popping pill, yeah.
And then I fell into the wrong crowd and just did what everybody else did. And I met Bobby and I've been 12 years sober.
It's amazing. Congratulations. All right, guys. There's no more 4 years clean. There's no more questions. We will go ahead and wrap it up. I'm sure Trey will be live. If everybody's in here, I'm sure follows Trey. This sweet tea will be up on my YouTube within 24 to 48 hours. I got my YouTube fixed, and we'll put it up there. Trey, whenever you go live, I'm sure Trey will answer any questions that you guys may have.
Always.
I can't play. I wish I could, Morgan. I wish I could play it, but when I play it, I have to edit it out because YouTube won't let me post videos that has music on it. They give me the copyright issues. They're like, nope, you can't post this. So it gets flagged. So I can't play the music. So, y'all, Trey, it has been a pleasure hanging out and talking with you. You're an amazing person, and I'm so blessed that you came on here and shared your little sweet tea with me. Thank you so much.
Well, I appreciate for the invite.
Absolutely. We'll have to meet soon. We'll be up in New York, so we'll figure it out.
Better send me a message.
I will.
I'm going to hold you to it.
I will. I'm going to.
All right.
All right, and bye, Bobby. Have a good night, y'all.
You too. Bye.
Have a good night, guys.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here with us during Sweet Tea, commenting. Everybody has been amazing on here. Thank you guys so much. It will be up on YouTube. My YouTube is Sweet Tea with Danny. So go subscribe if you're not already subscribed. It'll be up there probably within the next 24 to 48 hours. I'm going to get more sweet teas on the books, get more people in. Thank you, everybody, so much again. I appreciate y'all. Yes, I'm glad you came in, Sarcastic. I will see all of you guys tomorrow. Bye, y'all.